Hello everyone. I'm here to share an exciting new module that myself and the team at Agilent have been working on. Now with Drupal 11 and Drupal CMS out there, and all the new AI features coming into Drupal, we are able to modify our information architecture, add content types, add fields, just by talking to the assistant, which is great. And that kind of led to different discussions within the team. And we thought, what could be the next step here, and what if we don't want to create our architecture in bits and pieces? What if we want to create it in a bulk? And yeah, like that led to some pretty interesting discussions. And we thought, what if we are able to document our entire information architecture as a document, maybe as a spreadsheet, and then just give that spreadsheet to a AI assistant or a agent, and let them figure it out and create that entire architecture for us, right? And this has an interesting application. Like, imagine a persona who doesn't need to know about Drupal, doesn't need to know about content types and all the terminologies within Drupal, but still works with the team that works on the website, and they are able to just visualize the entire architecture while looking at the spreadsheet, make any modifications, make any changes, and then that's it. The spreadsheet itself becomes like a living document of how your information architecture is structured. And then that document you kind of just hand over to a AI assistant, and they manage the architecture for you. So, yeah, I mean, that was like the origin story of how this module came about, and it was a very quick hack that the team put together. And I just wanted to do like a very quick demo of where this is at right now. It's a very early stage. It's a dev release that you can download and try it out. We have tested it with Anthropic and Claude and OpenAI, obviously, and it works pretty well. So I have a site, I have a Drupal CMS site set up on my local. I have the module, installed on my site. If you see the configuration page, right, it has a AI assistant. So one of the things that is necessary in order to get this module working is you need to have a working provider and a working AI assistant setup. So I have this IACK AI assistant that I have created specifically for using, uh, creating this information architecture and the using the features of this module. So this assistant, if you were to go in the configuration page of this assistant, it has access to all the different agents. Yeah, and quick thought about the template, right? So there is a link here to download the architecture template. So this is just a way to get things started right now. We feel that this can be taken forward in the future. So this template, it's like a basic spreadsheet. It has different tabs for content types, fields, vocabularies, taxonomy terms. In the future, we can add things like menus here, which would be really helpful. Right now, as you can see, there are three content types that we are trying to create, different fields in this content types. There are many, I can see there are many entity reference fields as well. So the assistants have to figure out the dependencies and create the ordering in which the content types need to be created. That needs to be figured out. There are obviously vocabularies along with some terms inside those vocabularies, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and quickly dump the architecture in the module itself. Once I click submit, so this is like an intermediary step right now. There are bit fidgety things right now in the way this module works, but it works. Like, we have tested the golden path and it works very well. So this is like showing you all the different prompts that it's going to run in case you want to modify something, and it can also work as a human in the loop step. So right now I'm going ahead and making sure I give that consent and ask it to create the architecture for me. Uh, yeah, so while it does this, right, to share a couple of thoughts on how we see this module going forward. So I just saw Jamie's video that, we are soon going to have agents and swarm of agents inside Drupal with Drupal AI module 1.1. I mean, the whole AI ecosystem 1.1 coming very soon. So, think about different agents that we can create for creating our information architecture of the site, and you can just give them this file, or maybe even the architecture diagram itself. That's not a crazy idea actually. Instead of having a spreadsheet, what if we are able to just share a architecture diagram and the agents figure out, okay, this needs to be a content type, this needs to be, I don't know, like a different entity, maybe this needs to be a user role or whatever, right? And they just go ahead and create this entire thing. So yeah, it's pretty exciting to think about it that way, that as a developer, you no longer need to go about creating all these things yourself. You can just create a diagram or a spreadsheet, hand it over to the agents, and they can do it for you. So few improvement areas that I can think about are like, as these things are processing, the LLM responses, right? The input and output that is going around. Uh, and you will see that after this batch ends, that it will show you everything as a status message right now, which is like a thing we are yet to figure out. But eventually, I feel it would be a good idea to run this batch and then show the output as a stream here somewhere, so users can see, okay, what the AI is doing, understand a bit more about the things that are happening behind the scenes, and so on. So yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty interesting. I mean, with AI in Drupal, I think we need to look at things differently. Traditionally, how things we used to do, like, going ahead, creating content types, exporting the configurations via Drush and all that. We should be able to figure out different agents that can do it, and then the task would not be to actually do the work, but to actually create agents that will do that work for us. So yeah, pretty exciting times. Let's see. Hopefully, this finishes very quickly. 80%. Mhm. So yeah, this does take some time right now. We are yet to like figure out, but that's kind of also understandable because there is a lot of back and forth going in the back end, like, and that's why I want the output to be streamed so that users can see what is happening. But yeah, hopefully it finishes correctly. Let's see. There you go. So yeah, as you can see, like everything is like a big status message right now. So please ignore that. Let's see what has been created for us. So these are the content types. As you can see, by default, we only had basic page, but now we have article, news, research. Then if I were to go to taxonomy, we have all the two taxonomies that got created. If I were to see quickly, yeah, there are the terms that we wanted. Let me go back to content type. Let's see if they have fields in them. So yeah, they do. You can see even the entity reference fields, date field. Okay, was this a date field? Publication date? Let me quickly check. Publication, yeah, publication date field. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty cool, right? Like, it was able to create all this things very quickly, and uh, yeah, I mean, let us know what you think about this module, and if you feel like, there are some things that we can improve and how to take it forward. I'm myself Swarad Mokal. I work at Accelerant as a technical program manager. Happy to connect with you. Thank you.